Hello and good morning. This is Andy McCann coming to you from Woodstock, Georgia, where I own CrossFit Garage, and we're back into health and fitness, but I have a new topic. This comes up a lot. Andy, it's time for me to quit. Andy, it's time for me to move on. Andy, can we add more things? Can we do something different? I don't know if CrossFit's for me. Andy, I need to change, right? So this happens a lot. We've been open since 2008, so whatever the years are in that. And I currently, let's see, I'm going to pull up our Wodify page and see how many past clients in all we've had in Wodify. So since using Wodify, we started using Wodify in 2013. We have had 2,527 people be a member of some sort. Now, they could be a drop-in or it could be somebody that was just here for a week or whatever. So yeah, not all of them are valid. So let's just drop it down to 2,000. Right now, we have about 150-something members or people in Wodify. So yes, a lot of people don't stay. It's not for me. I moved to Alaska. I had a job change. I don't know, whatever, right? So there are reasons. Andy, you smell too bad. People quit, and that's totally fine. I am happy with you quitting. No, that doesn't sound right. That sounds, let me re-say that. I don't want you to quit. I want you to be healthy and fit. But I realize CrossFit isn't for everybody. Our gym isn't for everybody. We had, in the past, had some super huge negative Nancys, and those people have quit over time because we are not that type of people. When they don't get the response they need from the negativeness, they're like, hey, this isn't for me. And I'm like, yeah, that's very true. I don't think it is either. It's hard to know that to begin with. This is why I usually advertise the business through members, because if you're here already, then you've stayed and you like and enjoy what we do, and your people will probably like and enjoy what we do, because if you like them, we will probably like them. Anyway, so you're quitting the gym and you're like, the reasons can vary. One reason people quit is they think for some reason that the society has propelled this, that they should get a discount. So I'm going to go through that real quick. We do not discount. Actually, do I have my membership prices up? I do. I pulled that up. So if you're watching on YouTube, great. You can see this. If not, I'm going to try to verbalize it for you for the podcast. Our monthly cost is $175 per month, plus whatever your credit card fee is. We put that in place in 2022. So it right now is 2026. So we've had the same price for, is it 4+ years or going on? Whatever the math is. It was August of 2022. And right now it is June of 2026. So 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So yeah, so 4 years, about to start the 5th year of the same membership. So as prices have gone wacko doodle and everything, we're staying the same. In the next year, in 2023, we did add, hey, your credit card fee. The reason for that is this. Credit card fees, which you guys don't understand, some people don't understand, is like if you have an American Express, you have incredible rewards. Where do those rewards come from? A lot of times they come from the merchant who processes the card. For example, if you use an ACH, which is the bank equivalent, like, hey, I just do a direct bill pay type thing, I think the average is like $4. But if you use an American Express, the average for that card is $12 in credit card fees. So yeah, it's different. And what I didn't want to do is just say, well, whatever, we'll just average it out and raise the price. I'm not raising my price. It's the fee that your credit card is charging me is killing the ability to stay afloat, right? So the next thing is discounts. Why don't I discount? Because where does it end? And how do I devalue my business? This comes up all the time. Andy, I am in, military. I'm a doctor. I'm a farmer. I'm a chiropractor, whatever. So the answer becomes, everybody's job is important unless I'm going to tell you your job isn't, and therefore you can't get a discount. So instead, we just don't discount. Everybody's the same. We give everyone the same service. If you don't like the service, don't sign up. And some people do that. They're like, well, I can't sign up because I can't pay what everyone else pays. I'm like, well, that's weird and unfair. Now, hear me out. There is literally no lower price I can charge. I don't even pay myself still after all this time, because I enjoy what I do. I like seeing people get healthy and fit. I'm semi-retired. I have the time to do it. We have coaches that carry most of that coaching load, so I don't have to, which makes me not burn out. Now, that being said, do we save or do we make money? Yes. Do we save money? Yes, because who knows if they're going to shut the world down and expect us to live on our savings for 3 months. Yeah, that happened. That was COVID. They were like, hey, everybody's out. So the landlord wants their money. So real quickie, actually, some of you have asked this, well, what does the gym make? It is not, the gym business is not good money. So currently inside of Wodify, I just looked, as of today, right now, we have 156 people that are signed into Wodify, but 20 of those are kids, so they're not coming back, right? They're just in the summer program, so I'll subtract 20. I know I've got a couple people trying out CrossFit at the moment. It's about 12 of them, so minus 12 people who aren't actually members. Then we have 16 coaches now. Yes, that's a lot of coaches because it is incredibly difficult to get people to donate their time and passion when it's literally for the money. So we've reversed it and said, hey, it's not for the money. We can't run this business as I'm paying your mortgage. So instead we say, hey, you'll get your membership at a +1 and you can coach if you love, like, and enjoy this. And we do some coaching stuff. So we're filling in the spots. That way, if, I don't know, Timmy goes on vacation, it's only one class or two classes that are going out. Yes, it does take some time for people to spin up their coaching skills, but I mean, hey, work with me on this. The other choice is I raise the rates to like $200 or $300, right? So this is me coping with a continual price rather than upping the price, right? So we still do coach to coach, we build coaches up. Almost every coach now is a level 2, which means they've taken the time to get more certifications and to learn to coach better. Anyway, my point is there's about 16 of them right now. So if I subtract out another 16, so I'm doing math on this, 154 minus the other stuff, minus another 16, brings us down to 108. Now, I give every coach a +1 option for their spouse. Some people have taken me up on that, so we'll just do it with 8. And then I'm in there with 2 of my kids. And of course, we're not paying because I own the place and I don't even pay myself. So there should be some benefit. So currently that's only, well, actually Levi's in there too. So that's 4 people. So we're already down to 96. What? And then we've got people who went on maternity, like, hey, I'm off for baby stuff, right? So I think that right now is like 5, 6, or 7. So let's go 5. And then I got some people that are on pause because of whatever happened. So there's another 5 people that are not coming to the gym currently, and we hold their membership for them waiting, but they're in the system still. So we're down to 86. Oh, then while I don't do discounts, I do gifts. So a gift would be Timmy loses his job and he says, Andy, I have to quit because I lost my job. Man, that is the horrible thing that have happened. I don't compound it by saying, now you must go out on your own and I hope you enjoy your time. No, we're a community. I'm like, hey, until you get back on your feet, I will cover the cost of your membership. So unbeknownst to you guys, you allow that to happen. Currently it's like maybe 8 people. So we'll do a 5 because I don't remember exactly. And then there's a couple more things that happen that, man, it's slipping my mind. Oh, like I have some people that are doing some volunteer coaching and just helping out. They're not actually members, but they're in the system so they can see things. So I'll just subtract out another couple more. So we're down to 76 paid memberships. So 76 times 175. So now you get to see the gym made $13,000 or $13,300. Okay. So that's the revenue that comes in. Immediately, we're going to subtract out $6,100. It's a little bit more than that, but that's rent. So we're working with $7,200. In the gym, we have to coach classes. There's about, 5, 6, 7:30, 8:30, and then 4 more. So there's 8 classes a day times basically $20 per class. So it's 8 times 2 is 160 times 5 is 160. That's $800 per month, right? So we'll say 1,000 minus 1,000. So minus 1,000, we're at 7,000 already, right? So just like that, without doing anything, without the other stuff, there's only 7,000. I already said I don't pay myself. Is it actually 7,000? No, the numbers, like I said, I forgot some things. It drops down a little bit lower. I work really hard not to pay too many things, like have extra programs and all that. We pay Wodify about maybe like $500 or $600 a month, depending on what we're doing. It costs like $10 to have each person in Wodify. So it's a little bit on the pricier side, but we get a lot of value out of that. So about $1,000 there. Then there's going to be insurance, the CrossFit affiliate fee, which comes out to about $1,000 a month for those 2 things. So now we're down another $1,000. That's $3,000 a month that we're out. So it's $4,000 that is left over. Then there's equipment and some repairs. And, oh, Andy, did you know that the thing just happened? So it goes away really, really fast. So even if it was the $3,000 that are left times 12, that's $3,600. So $3,000 or $36,000 a year that can be made, which is not really great money for anybody. That doesn't pay for anything, which is why we were where we were before the landlord doubled the rent, which our lease is coming up for renewal, so that'll go up again. Anyway, my point is to say, I could literally not lower the price anymore. We would go out of business. And we know gyms around us that have gone out of business. Price is part of it. Convenience, the ability to have staff, the ability to get things done. There's so many things that go into it, but pricing correctly is one of those things. Okay, let me get off of that. So no, I will never discount. But if you lose your job, yes, I will totally give you a gift. Or if if you're already here and you're like, my wife would like to come try it out, or my husband or whatever, yes, let me know. I'm totally going to give them a month for free because I want your family to try this out, right? Okay, let's move on. I quit the gym. Now what? What do I do? Okay, so for us and other gyms, let's say you could have moved. Actually, you know what? I'll just go with someone that stayed local because that'll get too confusing with all the options. If you're like, I just don't really want to go to classes, I don't know, insert your whatever your reason that you're not interested in that. We do have a 24/7 access for the gym. It's $80. So you could go to any gym, most likely, and ask them, hey, do you have a non-class time? Can I come to the gym and do my own thing? Yeah, sure. So we have that. You can come anytime there's not a class and do whatever it is you want to do. But as soon as the class is starting, you have to get out of the way because that's the depreciated price of the membership. Now, at our gym, we have some offices that you can rent out or be part of the rent. So you can, if you have a business, you can say, hey, I'm renting that space. And it also comes with a gym membership, right? So that way you can expense the whole thing. You can move to personal training. You can move to online training. You can move to like nutrition coaching, whatever, right? There are other options that you could do besides coming to class for whatever the reason is that you decided you wanted to quit. But it's not all. There's some Ginsu knives. There are more. And that's really what I wanted to go through right now is what's the plan? What are the questions? What are you going to do? Do I care that you quit? God, man, not really. It's America. Vote with your feet. I love that we can choose. You don't like it? You need your money's off. Your time is off. I don't know, whatever. We smell too funny. Man, vote with your feet. Change it up, right? Of course, I'd always say if there's something that you're curious about, come ask me. Like Shayna said, hey, I'm doing back squats. I feel like I need to be lifting more. I'm like, I mean, you can always lift more. And she's like, I know, but I can't change the programming, though we do have a CrossFit affiliate programming loads a competitive programming that you could do on your own. So if you wanted to follow that, let me know. I can click a button, boom, you could have extra lifting, right? If you wanted that. Not everybody does. I mean, actually, I get a lot of, can we run more? Can we stretch more? Can we lift more? I'm like, yes, you can do all of that. I just can't change the program to be that because not everybody wants what you want. So we do CrossFit, constantly very functional movements executed at high intensity. Now, if you're training for something specific, you may want to aim somewhere different. Like, for example, I usually do a workout and then I will try to go once a week on a long bike ride to help my legs and my butt get ready for this big race I want to try to do in August. Okay. So what I would really say to you is awesome. Good job. You do you. What's your plan? Most of the time, people don't really have a plan, right? So there's a big question. Why are you leaving? Now, if it's coaching, accountability, community, equipment, structure, motivation, let me know. I could probably help you with that. If it's not those things, like, hey, I'm moving. Hey, I don't have the money. I mean, actually on the money side, sometimes we can help. If you have your own business, I can help promote your business within and without. And so sometimes that's helpful, right? I would do that anyway. So if you have your own business, let me know. So the worst thing you could do though is, I do want you to be fit. So if you're quitting because, well, I skipped a few workouts and then I took a week off and then, well, look, that turned into a month and oh, dang, it's been 6 months. I might as well just quit. No, I would say, well, yeah, that is one way to do it, but maybe we should look at fixing that. Maybe we should look at some other things to bring you back in because you're going to lose strength. You're going to gain weight. And so this is a funny one. People are like, well, I haven't even lost any, or I haven't gained weight by stopping the gym. Yes, what's happening is your muscle is depleting because your body is the ultimate adaptation machine and your muscle's going away. You don't need it. So it says, yeah, bye-bye. It's expensive. And you're putting on fat and fat is bigger but weighs less. And so the scale probably isn't going to change, but your clothes will fit funkier, right? You'll lose energy, possibly some confidence, and while you won't lose friends from the gym, if you come back, they are there. Most people are the type of people that if you're in my face, I will talk to you. But if you're out of my face, I will probably forget. And that's just how people are these days. I suppose with the advent of social media, it's easy to see people, but without actually seeing them. And so we've become less of a handshake type of society. Okay. So what about free resources from the gym? Yeah, you can always follow us on social media. I don't really post what we're doing specifically, but you can look at that and figure out what we're doing and do that. You can listen to our podcast or other people's podcasts, get some ideas. You can go on YouTube and get some ideas. You could read articles. There are, like, you could even jump into ChatGPT and say, build me a thing, right? And so you could tell it, say, act like you're a, I don't know, CrossFit affiliate, whatever programming, build me out a month's worth of stuff. You could do that. You could bop around and attend free classes. It gets incredibly annoying because you have to keep driving to different places, and then you'll be on everybody's marketing stuff. So you'll have so much marketing. That'd be terrible. You can reach out to our coaches and say, hey, could you help me? Yeah. So Coach Josiah has an online program. You could follow his stuff online. Well, it's a paid online, but you could do that. So what else could you do with us? We have things at the gym. Let me go ahead and pull them up. If you go to our website, CrossFitGarage.com, and then go to gym information, and then down to the bottom, free resources, you will pop up a bunch of stuff. The first one I'm going to do is if you go to gym information and hit the WOD, the WOD, you'll actually see what our workout is, and CrossFit affiliate programming puts in a home option. So you can just literally do what we're doing and do it at home. I don't care. Our value isn't the working out, the sweaty part. I mean, that is a good part of it, right? But it's the coaching and everything else. The gear you don't have to have, the cleaning of the gear you don't have to do, the fixing of the gear you don't have to do, all of that stuff. You're like, I just want to show up and be pampered. Yep, that's what we do. No, maybe not pampered, but I want to be led through a thing. Yep. But you can follow us at home, or if you're on vacation or whatever, you can totally do that. It's free. It's on our website. You could go to our free resources, and there's a ton of things that I've already opened up. There's a bunch of red buttons you can click. One of them is the 24/7 gym access. So if you wanted an $80 a month membership, you could just come and do your own thing. It's cheaper and you have all the gear. You just will miss out on the community and the coaching and all that stuff, but you could do that. But the problem then is you cannot come to any classes, right? That's part of the deal. You get a way lower price, but you cannot be here during even warming up, nothing, right? There's nothing that you're allowed to do in the gym during class times. So let's see. And if you look at our schedule, which that's weird, our schedule did not come up. Why did it not come up? Let's see. CrossFit location today. Oh, there it is. So if you're looking at our schedule, any of the time that's not filled in is time that you could utilize. Okay. Oh, that's weird. It does not have our hybrid stuff listed. Jordan, why not? Did I delete those on accident? I just found a problem. Let me go back to here. Nope. That's weird. Sorry, Jordan. I might have messed up our system. Summer strength, hybrid. It doesn't show any hybrid. Fascinating. I wonder what, maybe it's only showing that one program. Oh yeah, it is. Duh, right there. CrossFit student strength. It doesn't show the other one. I need to turn that on. All right, I'm going to leave this up as a thing that Andy needs to do. Okay, so you got that. If you click on some of those free resources, one of them is exercise at your desk, right? So there's door jam squats, low squat holds, dumbbell thrusters. So this is stuff, a page, just, hey, what could you do at your desk? Is it much? No, but the point is, at least you're doing something. We have another one that is 30 workouts that you can do at home. So it's a list of 30, actually maybe 31, no, it's 30 days. So you can do workouts from your home. It doesn't assume the gear. So you kind of maybe like, I don't have that stuff. There's another one that's similar, but it's another 30 workouts you could do at home. Back during COVID, we did a 32 at-home workouts. So why 32? It's that way it would be more offset and random so that it wouldn't be like every Monday the 1st I do this, right? So it's more. So this one assumes no gear because we did it during COVID. So you can click on that guy and walk through it. We also have something called 60 Easy, which is of your 12 months and the 5 pillars of health and fitness, how to eat, move, sleep, think, and connect. It gives you one a month, so that's 60, so 5 times 12. Things you can do. Now, it doesn't specifically say this is your workout, but it gives you something to say, hey, it's a thing I can follow. It was the opposite of 75 hard, because 75 hard is too hard. If you mess up even one day, you have to start over. So this is 60 easy. Give yourself some credit, get some stuff done. Let's stack some easy wins. So you can do that. You can also go to CrossFit's main page and say, hey, where is there a CrossFit gym? They have, 4,000 CrossFit gyms listed in this one thing that I can see. If I keep zooming out, there are, oh, look, I can go all the way out. There's 8,678 CrossFit gyms on Earth. So if you zoom into the US, how many does that give us for the US? Can I get just the US? Maybe. It's kind of hard to get it just the US. And there's about 4,000 affiliates in the US. Well, I guess that's including Canada. I mean, it is the 51st state, right? Yeah, Louis, I said it. Yeah, let's say 3,500. And if you stayed in the Woodstock-ish area and you're just looking for a new gym because you hate us, I don't know, whatever. There are, let me see if I can drill down. And what is this about? If I put us in the middle, let's see, that's a 45. So within a 45-minute drive, there are 32 gyms that are a CrossFit adjacent, right? And if I went to Google Maps and did that, it would probably be a lot more because some gyms, don't pay for the CrossFit affiliate fee to be included in their list. Okay. The other thing you could do is you could just follow CrossFit's main site programming. I don't even know where they list that anymore. Let's see if I can find that. Get Started Games Media Store. Get started. Find a gyms. CrossFit is the cure. Yep. What is CrossFit? Interesting. Do they not list the programming anymore? Let me pause you and find that. Oh, I found it. Okay. It does look like the CrossFit affiliate program and the CrossFit main site program finally are the same programming, except there should be a rest day listed. Let's see if I can get into a better. No. So is that rest day? So Thursday was the rest day. So they still follow a 3 days on, 1 day off. So we don't have a rest day because I can't tell you when people are actually coming to the gym, but they have everyone follow their prescribed rest day. I actually like what Lynchpin does. They do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is on, Thursday is off, and then Friday, Saturday is on with Sunday off. So they do a 3-1-2-1, which allows for a correct schedule, right? So 3 on, 1 off is an 8-day week, and that doesn't exist. So it makes it kind of tough. So we follow the same thing. Yeah. Now, it used to be different, but they're like, that's kind of dumb. Either we do it together or we don't. Now, the interesting piece would be, who are they actually programming for? The affiliates? Because there's a rest day in there. Or are they programming for the independent people that just look at this? I know the answer. They're programming for affiliates. Why? Because we pay them. So they're like, here's 5 days of programming. The independents will skip, but you can follow that. They give you a whole lot of information. They have videos. What else do they not give you? Strategy, stimulus. Yeah, they actually pretty good stuff. The stimulus is super important. You could do that, right? Let me do a chat GPT session too. Chat GPT. Let's say, build me let's just do a 14-day CrossFit-like program I can do at home with just dumbbells as my gear. Thus, 14 days of programming. Let's see what it does. Super basic prompt. I could be better than that, but I just want to see how smart I got. It knows a lot. This is my chat GPT, so it knows a lot of what I'm doing. Okay, so Fran with dumbbells. Let's see. Aerobic engine. So there's a 30-minute EMOM with some dumbbells. You know what? It's probably going to, it's going to put dumbbells in there every day, but whatever. Upper body, there's a strength and then a Metcon day. Day 4, active recovery. Walk. Yeah, no dumbbells. How about that? Day 5, chippy. Squats, lunge, push-ups, dumbbell press, burpees. Day 6, power day. Day 7 is long conditioning day. Oh, I like this. It's actually not terrible. Good job. Now, you'll probably have to prompt this way better and give it some resources to do similar. I've been paying for ChatGPT for quite some time, and it remembers your history when you pay for it. So it's going to remember that. Day 14, test day. Oh, how about that? Every day or every time it's a test day, every 14? Yeah. So it looks like we're repeating themselves. If the programming were specifically for a CrossFit Garage coach competitor like you. No, I am not a competitor. You misspoke there, ChatGPT. I'd make days 1, 5, 8, 12, and 14 absolutely nasty. So I disagree with that. So this is where I'd make it absolutely nasty. Negative. I don't. At 52, I don't have nasty days, and I work really hard to minimize my oops, I messed that up, and maximize my, hey, I'm at the gym doing something. Okay, so you've quit the gym. Our gym, any gym. What do I do now? There's some free resources. I literally want you to keep doing stuff, because here's the thing. I know as people quit doing, they fall off and it's hard to pick it back up. And you're like, oh no, I lost my progress, whatever. Then it's been a year and you're like, oh man, it's been a very long time. I'm even a fan of, right now I am injured and I still work out. I just do the things that I can do. I keep the routine, I keep the habit, I keep the social circle, all the community, all that stuff. But yeah, I'm not lifting as heavy. So today we did back squats. I did 135. Could I have done more? Yes. My knee feels funny. My ankle feels funny. My wrist feels funny. So I listened to myself and said, hey, I'm in there, I'm moving. I know I'm lifting something kind of heavy and I know I'm squatting below parallel, and that's very valuable. Did I get out of breath today? No, but I did that the other day, so I'm okay. I'm following the tenets of CrossFit and helping myself look good naked as well as become harder to kill. And that's the goal, right? Okay, so do you have to do this at home? No, you can build your own home gym. I just have found those that go to something like us or the gym a lot and then create a home gym, sometimes they find the convenience creates apathy. I could just go work out anytime. So you don't. And many times we will see old members that have created a home gym and you see them later downtown Woodstock or whatever. And you're like, wow, you do not look great. What happened? And that 1 day of missing, 2 days of missing, I'll get to it later, becomes a week, becomes a month, becomes dang it. And they just don't do anything, right? So home gyms can be good for convenience, but dangerous for accountability. You can just join a cheap gym and do this stuff. We used to do CrossFit in the Australian Bodyworks. That is now, what is it called? Crunch? Lifetime? I don't know what it is. It's over by the Movie Tavern. I don't even think the Movie Tavern. Well, that's how I actually found other CrossFit people. We were in there doing the same thing from Mainside program. We're like, hey, me and you, we're both doing whatever, because it's easy to tell when you're doing stupid stuff that doesn't look like everybody else at the gym. Like, yeah, okay, we're doing, today's workout, the workout of the day. Okay, what else? I did mention following all of our stuff, but there are free things you can do or paid things you can do outside of that. Like I said, Coach Josiah has an online programming you do. I think Matt does as well, and so does Jennifer. So you could follow any of those guys, have them do some programming for you. If it's price, that is a cheaper way to go. If it's price, personal training is not the way to go. But you could do personal training if you're finding, hey, this isn't jiving for me for some reason. Okay, now, you could always ask a coach, could you help me more? Yeah, of course they're going to say yes. But the coaches are there for class. If you want 30 minutes of their time, I would just hire them. That is an easy thing to do. Hey, can I pay you to stand here and help me specifically for 30 minutes? Probably the answer is yes. So just ask them. If you wanted to do something like, Andy, I want to focus on, this would be a really dumb reason to quit, but I just want to focus on my nutrition. Fine, you can have a nutrition coach, yes, but I would still move. Muscle is a great metabolism booster, and so it hits your nutrition very well. So I would still gain muscle and try stuff, right? But that's on you. What else would I tell you to do? You could try something completely different if you're like, this just ain't for me, or I need some breaks or whatever. There's There's hiking, cycling, running. You could do some Hyrox. We do that now in I think it's Monday and Wednesday at 7 p.m. or Saturday sometimes at 10 a.m. There's DEKA fit competitions. There's adventure racing like I do. You could try some martial arts. There's a lady right next to us that does martial arts. Swimming, which will never be at my gym because we cannot put a pool in. But if your neighborhood has one, as I say, it's free. You actually pay for it already in your HOA fees. You could try pickleball. We are trying to play pickleball every Sunday at 1 p.m. at Dupree Park. Come play pickleball with us. You could go all the way and play tennis. I don't know who plays tennis anymore, Caroline, but you could do either one of those. People will play it all the time. You could find pickup basketball. There's so many things you could do. I guess it comes down to is why am I quitting and then what is my goal? It is hard to quit if it's like, well, I just don't like doing any of this, and then have a goal of something like build muscle, lose weight, live longer, look good naked, right? The feeling of that and the goal don't go together. So you kind of have to, I guess, be honest with yourself and what am I doing this for and why, and figure out how to replace that. If you're like, Andy, I'm quitting, help me. Yeah, I would totally help you. I literally don't. Well, again, I do care if you quit. I don't care if you quit. This is America. Vote with your feet. Will I help you? This is what this podcast, YouTube video is for. I'm quitting the gym. Now what? There are so many free resources. Just don't do nothing. I literally don't want people to die ahead of schedule. That gets into a lot. What does that mean? Ahead of schedule? I don't know what your schedule is. I will tell you this. Most people don't have enough community, and most men don't even know what that means to themselves. You're going to lose out on the community for sure. This is a great community. Many people have said, wow, Andy, what have you built here? It's not really me. It's you. It's the coaches that want to be here, not have to be here. It's you guys that want to be here, not have to be here. We are happy, humble, helpful people who want to be healthy and fit now as well as in our 90s. That persists and that builds on itself. There are very few negative Nancys in the gym. There are very few people who will throw down quick judgment on you in the gym. It's just not who we are. And you're going to find that and love that. Can you build that on your own? Yes. It's just hard to group that together, right? If it's the actual cost, I just can't pay $175. I'm just telling you, that's what it costs. I literally can't go any lower. We would go out of business like every other gym. This is what we can charge to stay afloat. The way we continue to do that is add more people. So like I did back that math, it was like 86 people a month paying. If we can get it to 90, I can keep it 175 because the landlord is going to raise rents as soon as, well, they do every year. Every October, our rent goes up because that's just how commercial real estate rent works. And then when I go to re-sign, it'll probably go up even more. They do things. I hate this. So what I didn't include in any of that is their, what do they call it? CAM, the common area and maintenance, which is another $1,000 per month. So now that $3,000 that I made is down to $2,000 a month. This particular owner continues to do something on our back. They're like, hey, we're going to change out everybody's sign to make it uniform. I'm like, I don't want a uniform sign. I like the sign we have. They're like, I know, we're going to do that. It's free. It's not free. They will just put it back into the CAM, into the maintenance. Nothing in a business is free. Just like this. Nothing is free. Everything is paid. If you're getting something for free, I guess you stole it. I don't know. Nothing is for free. So what I would say is $175 per month. The average, I did this before the other day. What does the average, let me type this in. Okay, I put in there, how much does the average person, adult person, spend on medicine, medical, etc., not gym related? And they're saying American spends, let's see, that's $12,000-ish annually. So person pays, so they're paying $1,400 a month. I guess there's some insurance in there. So anyway, $12,000 annually. So that's $1,000 a month. That's easy. Wow, damn, $1,000 a month. So I would be paying, let's say $200 a month, not $1,000 a month. I have no drugs that I take. I have no doctor that I take. That sounds weird. I don't have a primary doctor. I don't take any medicines, any subscriptions, any pills, any of that stuff. So I am a, I don't know, 100% untainted human being. Does that mean you can have that too? I mean, I think so. I'm not a doctor, medical professional, or anybody, but I see people coming off of drugs, and why? I think it's because they're becoming healthier and fitter. Can I prove that? I guess I could if I asked them the details, but I tend to stay out of people's business unless you invite me in. But anyway, my point is, this is a pretty cheap way to be healthier and to avoid cost by joining a gym like this. So yes, I would gladly pay $200 a month to avoid paying $1,000 a month. Okay. Yeah. So if you, I've done this other podcast before. If you live the standard American way and eat the standard American food and move the standard American way, then you get the standard American diseases like diabetes and heart attacks and strokes and all that stuff. So avoid that stuff. Do things, right? All right. Some closing thoughts for you. If I quit CrossFit Garage, Andy, will you be mad? No, not at all. Ask anybody that's ever quit. The answer is no. Here's what I really want. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I want people to try out what we do and then say, yes, I'm in, or no, I'm not. The people that say, no, I'm not, or quit later on, I want them to be able to tell other people, wow, it wasn't for me, but It's true. They don't have contracts. Andy doesn't screw around with the pricing. You never get, nickel and dime. There is a fee and that's it. If you want merchandise or drinks, you buy that on your own. There is no other gotchas. There's no startup. There's no teardown fees. There's no cancellation process. You just say, Andy, I need to cancel. And he goes in and clicks a button. It's crazy. He's the only fitness gym person that I've ever seen not have contracts and discontinue membership that day. It's awesome. So yes, that is me. I of course don't want you to quit, but I'm just saying, man, it's America. Vote with your feet. Do the thing that you want to do. I say this all the time when I'm coaching a class. Like, hey, if it were me, I would do these things, but you're an adult. You can do whatever the hell you want. You can take my advice, crumble it up, and throw it away. Typically, it has to do with where are your feet placed when we're about to do these movements. Many times, I have to tell people, put your heels back under your hips and point your toes straight. That's a much better powered position. But your body may not like it, so don't listen to me. You may not like it, so don't listen to me. Again, you're an adult. Do whatever the hell you want. That's one of my most favorite things about being an adult. I don't have to be your friend. I don't have to live in this place. I don't have to drive what you think I want to drive. I don't have to wear the clothes that you want me to wear. I literally have all of my shirts in a drawer. I just pick the top one off, and then after I'm done with that row, I slide them all over. I just wear whatever shirt's on top. Do I care what you think? No. I don't care what you wear. Wear whatever you want. You're an adult. I guess what would be libertarianism? I don't know. Anarchist, I guess. I like anarchy minus the craziness. I want there to be some rules, but man, you're an adult. I tell my kids this all the time. High school is a prison. You have to stay there. You have to be nice to people. But once you go to college, that prison becomes like one of those ankle bracelets. You're mostly in prison, but also not. You get to choose. Now, did you choose a fraternity or a sorority of a bunch of dumbasses? Well, then you got to spend some time with them, kind of. You can even walk away from that and still be in the fraternity, in the group, brotherhooded, whatever. You can still be part of it, but not necessarily, do that thing. So Levi said, Dad, I go to UGA and I go do computer science. Evan's already doing that. I don't want to follow Evan yet again. I did that in high school. I'm like, Levi, I don't know how to tell you this, but nobody gives a crap who your brother is when you go to college. You're separated by 2 years. Even if you were separated by just 1 quarter, it would be enough. It's different people. They don't really know each other. You're probably never going to see your brother, but what you will be able to do is say, Evan, did you take CS 1402? And he's like, yeah, that class sucked. And you can say, do you have your homework and stuff? He's like, yes. He'll give you all that stuff. It's nice to follow somebody, but nobody knows and cares, right, of those relationships. You get to be free and build whoever you want to be. You want to be the guy that thumbs the Bible? Go for it. You want to be the guy that smokes the marijuana? Go for it. The marijuana. The smokes marijuana? I don't know, whatever. Go for it. You can be whoever you want. Now, I would say don't be the guy who smokes marijuana. That's probably not the best life choice over time. But yeah, that eventually that'll get you right there. But my point is, I don't care if you quit. In terms of, will I think poorly of you? Nope. I don't even care why you quit. I've heard all the reasons. Andy, I'm quitting because you will not give me a discount. I mean, fair. I'm just not going to because I don't discount anybody. On the flip side, Andy, I have to quit because I lost my job. Dude, I will gift you a membership in a heartbeat because that's just what community does. You guys allow for that, right? Okay. What else? Woo, man. I guess don't quit on your health. You need to continue to do something because, again, your body is the ultimate adaptation machine. It will adapt to dumbassery if that's what you do. If you sit at a desk all day, that's what your body will go down to, right? Build a home gym. I'll help you out. Give you some ideas. I mean, I would go Facebook Marketplace and start with dumbbells. That's it. Just don't drift around. Don't do nothing. Don't be unintentional. Now, I would tell you this. If you're doing nothing, start walking. Walking's better than nothing. But if you're walking, hey man, push it a bit. Maybe exercise. You're like, Andy, isn't walking exercises? No. Walking is not exercises. But I count my steps. Man, la-di freaking da. Who cares? I am saying if you don't do anything, count your steps. Great. But counting your steps is not exercise. It's not really moving the needle. It's just keeping you from dying. Do something. Walking, sure. Exercise would be, hey, I set aside 60 minutes to warm up and go jog. Perfect. You're exercising. Exercising has some time built into there, some time domains. The next level is training. When we're in the gym, like today, Coach Cam was watching us squat and saying, hey, Andy, do this. there is me perfecting movement. Maybe not perfecting is a bad word. Encouraging optimal movement, not perfection. And him saying, Andy, try this, do more, do less, do whatever, right? So I'm training my body. So yes, I'm getting sweaty and tired and I'm breathing heavy and I'm lifting stuff, but I'm also pushing my body, training into something better, right? So I got nothing, I got walking, I got movement, I got exercise, I've got training. The ultimate would be sport. We can't play sport every day because sport requires the idea that I'm putting out my ultimate performance. Now, you could do sport as in, well, I just sort of play pickleball all the time. Well, that's different. If you were in a pickleball competition, what are you doing there? You're like, I try harder. I'm like, right. So sport would be, I'm trying harder. If you're just playing pickleball as in like I'm out playing, that goes back to exercise and training. It depends if you're trying to improve skill or not, or I'm just knocking the ball around. So that would be my hierarchy. And that's the one reason I love CrossFit. CrossFit says the highest level of what you do is sport, not CrossFit. CrossFit is just a training methodology. Constant varied functional movements executed at high intensity sometimes. Woo! Okay. I said this before and I love this line. The best fitness program isn't the one that I sell. It's the one that you'll actually do consistently for the next 10 years. I don't even care what it is. Don't come here. I don't care. Well, I care that there's about 80 plus people coming to the gym and paying. I do care about that because then we wouldn't have a gym. But I just want you guys to be healthy and fit, whether it's here or somewhere else, whatever. Do something. Do the one that you will do. All right, guys. Hey, if you need me, you can find me on my website, CrossFitGarage.com. I'm looking at my website now. My email address is in there and oh, look at that. The schedule does come up correct when I slide downward, but not go to schedule. I will have to fix that. Why is that picture? Sorry. You're in real time. You're learning with me. It's showing a different schedule. I wonder why. That is weird. No, it's not. It's showing the same one. Sorry. Real time trying to figure stuff out. How and why did I break my system? I will get that figured out. All right, guys. Hey, Andy McCann, go to the website, find me. Happy to help. Come to the gym and work out with us. That would be more awesome as well. Y'all take care.